Welcome to the space. Sacrificial Poets is a youth poetry organization based right here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that works to create safe spaces for young people to empower themselves through the sharing of their stories, right? Through the spoken and written word. And so grateful that you all are taking part and being a part of that tonight in this space. So, Poetry Slam was created in the 1980s by a construction worker named Mark Smith.
So what?
Okay, so for those of you who are new to the slam environment and you're like, what's happening? Is this a cult? No, it's not, right? Mark Smith asked that we say that after his name because it's not about him, right? It's about this space in which we get to share stories with one another, which happens so seldom. But, you know, poetry is not like golf, right? Now, I'm not hating on golf. It's golfers in the audience, right? I'm just saying that you don't have to wait to the end of these poems to be like, oh, that was lovely. Powerful. Right, you don't have to do that. You can make noise all up and through these poems. However, if you go doing backflips and like yelling and, you know, like you got the Holy Ghost, right? Then somebody next to you is going to be like, what is wrong with you? Chill, I'm trying to hear the next line. So I'm going to ask that you concentrate all that energy into your fingertips, and that's why we snap, right? What'll happen is we'll do the first round, everybody will perform, we'll drop some poets for the second round, and then the third round will probably be like the top 3 poets. The winner of the slam with the most cumulative points will be invited back to our Grand Slam finals, which will happen in April. If you win that slam, if you're one of the top 6 poets in that slam, you will make it onto a team that travels with us to Atlanta this year for an international competition called Brave New Voices.
Upload complete. 100% loyalty finalized. You have officially been uploaded. Yes, I am talking to all of you. All of you iPhoners, tweeters, and Instagrammers, all of you have officially been uploaded into my personal stash of bitches.
Pen to paper and letting ideas and inspiration flow from my mind to my hand, all the way down to a sheet of paper, and it is writing, and my friends, writing will never die.
I never knew much about you, but I know that I would never give you the chance to be my dad. How does it feel to love someone and have them refuse the chance to miss you? And when my kids ask about it, ask about the nightmares of a missing grandfather, I will tell them, son, daughter, please head back to bed. The boogeyman isn't real.
I was there when the war ended and they started talking about homosexuals, finally a word for me and one so derogatory. They locked me up in mental hospitals. I forgot how to exist. I wrote angry poetry and I started meeting with myself in tiny San Francisco rooms. I was angry and sad and tired of being ignored. I was the Lavender Menace.
But their cry were returned with fists because actions speak louder. He wanted to get physical. He uncomfortably forces his way between your legs, making you hate your body so much. It's literally ripping itself apart, waging bloody war. He pulled out his key to unlock her bargaining chips. No matter how much she pleaded with him, he would not strike a deal with her, struck a match in the hallway when hearing a bump outside her bedroom door again.
And she thinks back to the days when she laughed at when she played with the fireflies and laughed at the passerbys. No room to classify. This story is sad, sad. Oh, sad. She's raving mad and knows she's deeper than a deadbeat dad. It's sad. She's got to be a fighter, but her cigarette lighter is so much lighter than the weight of all of these jokes. It's funny. These rhymes that I spit to try to hide all the shit, so you get it stuck in your head like the shape of her fists.
All right. Judges, what the score's at? You have the hardest job in the house tonight. It's okay. I trust you. So it's not about the points, it's about the poetry. This just happens to be the easiest way for us adults to like calibrate and figure out who should be on the team and who deserves. It's very, competition, Americanus. And so, yeah, it's not even really about that space. It's a fun game. Slam was invented to trick audiences, not poets.
If I want to do this poem, I want to say that I have white friends. So therefore, I am not racist. 2, so that means I'm good, right? Okay. There is a minimum. There is. Okay.
There shouldn't be.
Right. I agree. Okay. 10 tips on how to be black in America. 1. You have to be constantly angry. White people almost always expect it. 2. Do not be overly proud of your blackness. They so cringe and regret of ever letting you out of your cage, your afro, your dashiki, are all signs of you being too free. How dare you empower your children?
I don't want your hands, your eyes, or your ideas on me. You think I'm prettier when I smile? Well, I don't give a fuck. If you touch me, I will loudly ask you to stop sexually harassing me. But that would make things awkward, right? But I don't give a fuck. Because my young woman didn't come out the house to make you comfortable, and you will not take off your shoes and make yourself comfortable inside of me.
Black problems. More like whack problems. Being called whack because I decided not to slack problems. Am I really the problem because I chose math problems before I chose to become a product of my past problems? Did y'all not read the same history books I did, of pages and pages and pages of how we were named the problem? And now I'm facing peer problems because I decided to learn from my ancestors' problems?
Freedom in the light. I'm thankful for my freedom. Not many I know are. Because of my freedom, I know I can go far. Sometimes I'll forget. It really is quite hard, putting freedom in the light, yet it gives me prodigal sight. Just ask those who for freedom must fight.
It started out as a 20-line poem about freedom, but then it ended up being about a journey to get freedom and keep freedom.
Judges, be judgmental. All right, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 1 more. What am I? All right, we're dropping the lowest score of a 9.2, moving on up to a 9.3, a 9.5, a 9.7, and a 9.8. Applaud the poet.
And that when I'm waiting, St. Peter in all his white glory will say, I might as well tell you. You see, I know black don't crack, but white lives a lot longer, and not enough of them have made it up here yet. You see, when you all were dying by the boatload, no pun intended, we weren't ready for that up here, but this heaven is like affirmative action. I'm afraid that I may be following the wrong religion, and that when I get to heaven, St. Peter in all his white glory will say, I'm sorry, you can't come in yet. You can't come in.
I am a walking cliche. One hot, sticky summer leading up to my senior year, while my friends fell in pools or fell onto their couch, I fell in love. You know, it felt kind of like a seed planted itself in my heart, was fertilized with overpumped blood, and grew up my throat, making it hard for me to breathe. Then the branches outstretched to my brain, entwining to every crevice, and picked at my hippocampus, choked my Broca's area, then scratched at my medulla oblongata. My dude, you have a long impala. Oh my gosh, I felt kind of like a sada, relaxing on the white sands of Cuba, but knowing that the white hand of Cupid will soon be knocking at my door. Damn, what is love?
And if I stay, will you wake up? I wrote this poem for you. I took it out of the moment you played your viola. I took it out of the sparks at the bonfire. I took it out of my veins. Maybe it'll bring you back, but if it doesn't, dear stars, please stop switching. She's not coming back. I'll let you know that I probably won't understand soon, and it's okay. Take your time.
All right, so in third place, with a cumulative score of an 86.5. Give it up for Brian. All right, and our first place is by a difference of like 2/10 of a point, 3/10 of a point. But give it up with an 87.6 for Maya in second place. And give it up for Jeremiah in first place.
It means that I get another chance to be on the team that goes to BNB this year, and last year was a really good experience. So it means a lot to be in have the opportunity to be in a community of poets again like that for the summer. Feels good.
It's meant the world to me. I wouldn't be who I am. I'm like black male without a college degree in a 2015 world. Not many other options for what I could be doing with my life that are positive with those credentials. And so, yeah, it's like the difference between life and death for me.